Bachelorette. I've changed my mind. Chock won't leave Wichita. There's one good reason why Joan should move to Kansas for him. I used to think that the Golden Bachelorette star, Chock Chapel, was ready to change his life for Joan Vasso's sake by moving to her hometown, Rockville, Maryland. But now, I'm convinced that he will never leave the city he loves so much. He's put down roots in the Sunflower State, building a great life. Chock's Wichita, Kansas empire is like a kingdom that he's built brick by brick. All he needs is a queen. He has that, but Joan's unwilling to move to his city, yet. In the Golden Bachelorette Season 1, Chock gave Joan what she needed. There were plenty of interesting men, including the outspoken French hairdresser, Pascal Ibgui. When Pascal told her he wasn't in love, she was crushed. However, fate had something kinder in store for the willowy blonde woman who was such a graceful and honest presence on The Golden Bachelor. After being rejected by Pascal, she strengthened her connection with Chock, to whom she's now engaged. While the two seem happy, they're planning a tri-city lifestyle, and maybe Chock would rather live in Wichita with Joan. Chock makes Wichita sound like some kind of paradise. To him, it's the ultimate hometown, and it's endearing when he gushes about the city, as he does in the Instagram clip above. There are plenty of interesting attractions in the region, including a certain The Golden Bachelorette star, who's definitely touting Wichita whenever he can. In his video, Chock talks about the city's great people. The Virgo man has such a humble and sincere personality. So, what's so great about the city anyway? Well, key attractions include Old Cowtown Museum, which takes visitors back in time to the 19th century, the Museum of World Treasures. It houses Egyptian artifacts, and Botanica Wichita, a wonderful green space featuring gorgeous trees, shrubs, and flowers. Then, there are the real treasures the people Chock values the most, including his children, pals, and colleagues. However, there's room in his heart for Joan, plenty of room, and maybe he'd love it if she lived in Wichita full-time. Right now, Joan and Chock have love shack plans in New York City, but they haven't found the right property yet. They're planning to divide their time between Wichita, Rockville, and the Big Apple. Since Chock is 61, it's not surprising that he complained about traveling a lot in the clip shown above. He's got a great home already, and probably wants more time to smell the roses, but he's trying to please Joan. The most important reason why Joan should move to Chock City is just the fact that he loves Wichita so much. He's deeply entrenched in the community, as the owner of Insurance Services Group and as a homeowner. In fact, he owns a couple of luxe properties in Wichita. He even created a custom-built man cave that's so fancy it has a mezzanine. Whether Chock's whipping up his signature chock-a-noodle soup in his glam kitchen, with its huge island, or entertaining friends, with a glass of wine or whiskey in hand, he's so at home in his city. It's probably the place he loves the most in the whole wide world. That's why Joan may want to join him in Wichita, living there full-time. Sure, they're equals in the relationship, but Joan is retired, and Chock's spending a lot of time at the office. He is involved with the business just as he's always been. A happy and relaxed partner will generally be great company, so Joan may come to realize that life in Wichita is what brings out the best in her man. While both were chilled out in Cancun, as seen above, via Joan's Instagram, home is where Chock's heart is. Joan may find their relationship more enjoyable when Chock's in his element in Kansas, surrounded by everything that's familiar. So, for the sake of a future marriage, Wichita might be the key to a forever match. It could be the location where Chock's happiest and most himself. Joan's needs matter too, and Chock has honored them, as seen in the clip above. However, their three-city arrangement may eventually be more trouble than it's worth. So far, he definitely meets her halfway. Tadeusz Chock will travel for her, even though it's tiring. He shows his love in so many poignant ways, from practical things like fixing her closet, to dancing with her on Instagram, to taking her to the Wicked movie. He seems like a very nice man, and maybe he's even nicer in Wichita, in which case she might want to move into his fancy house and to try a more old-fashioned way of being together. Marriage and cohabitation in the Kansas region might provide Joan with the kind of happily ever after experience that true romantics dream of. It's not impossible that the Golden Bachelorette's Chock Chapel could be the man who loves Joan forever. However, his home is extremely important to him. In fact, it's precious.